What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Now it's currently lunchtime and I'm kicking off with a really good meal. I'm having this about 3 hours before I train, and it's a pretty staple meal. I pretty much have this every single day of my life, and it's really tasty and I'm not bored of it yet, so I'm going to keep doing it. So literally just kicking it off with, I've got steak, chips or fries if you're from America, sweet corn with a little bit of butter just to give it some flavour, and then I've got rice, boiled rice with some soy sauce again just to give it some flavour, and pretty much just mix match all these three things. And yeah, I'm pretty much having this every single day, and I'm actually trying to eat as much red meat as possible. I always feel the strongest and again the most size when I eat red meat. It's probably more of a kind of placebo thing, but I always just feel really badass and really strong when I eat red meat. So trying to eat as much red meat as possible, trying to get a lot of fruits and vegetables in my diet as well. And yeah, just kind of trying to keep my food as nutrient dense as possible, and I just kind of throw in stuff like chips here and there. But training today, deadlift today, up in the volume a little bit again from last week, feeling really good. Had a really good recovery day yesterday, got a lot of recovery work done. Spent a lot of time on my inversion table, and actually a whole video on the inversion table is going to be coming out soon, a review is going to be coming out soon, so wait for that, check that out. And if you've got a little bit of cash, just kind of quickly, I would recommend buying one. But they ain't cheap, but they're definitely worth it, in my opinion. So I'm going to eat this, and I'll catch you in the next clip. Okay, so we're hitting up some deadlifts today. We've got 3 sets of 5, and then 2 doubles. At the start there, that was Robbie scratched my nose for me. So yeah, he was scratching my nose. But yeah, so it's 3 sets of 5, and then 2 doubles. So again, volume was very slightly higher than last week. But overall the bar was moving pretty well and was feeling really good. Again, on my 3 sets of 5 I used the straps, and then in my 2 top sets I didn't use straps, used my hook grip. Again, reason for that, for anyone that's new or anyone that asks, is just simply on the 3 sets of 5 I use it to save my thumbs because I do hook grip. If I did all sets, my thumbs would become pretty messed up, and in the long run would jeopardise me. So it's pretty much just a prevention measure for my thumbs, and again my grip's pretty damn strong, so it's never really an issue. But overall everything's feeling really good, and I'd actually like to thank all of you as well for leaving all of those questions in the video I asked for, where I announced I was going to start doing Q&As on the weekly. Just want to thank all of you. Left tons of questions. You probably left enough questions for 3 weeks worth. So yeah, thanks so much for that. And what I'm going to do is going to basically just leave the comment section open to any questions on any video, but mainly the Q&A video. So the first Q&A video will go up next week. So if you have any questions, like to be kind of involved in a future Q&A, will be just left in that comment section. But again, I'll speak about that in the future. So here, again, one thing I'm really just trying to nail down is my positioning and my tightness from the bottom. I've spoke about this in a video before, and I made an Instagram post about this. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. It's at MarkMcQueen2, or go down to the description below and you'll find me on there. Is never sacrifice positioning for momentum off the floor. And again, I'll say that again, never sacrifice positioning for momentum. I've done it before, and I see so many people do it. I mean, it's very common. It's something I always try and stress to all the athletes I work with as well, is that get yourself tight, use the bar to get yourself tight. Get control of movement, and maintain that positioning. If you start to sacrifice your positioning for momentum, by the time you kind of get to about your knees, you're going to be hitting that in a very suboptimal position, and that's going to make your lockout very bad. And I've always thought I had a really weak lockout, but I didn't have a really weak lockout. I was hitting that lockout in a very weak and suboptimal position, because I was pulling myself out of position due to a lack of control, a lack of stability, and a lack of tightness while trying to gain momentum. And because of that, I kept trying to get more momentum, and as a causation effect, it just grew worse and worse. So one thing is I'm focusing on just trying to get really tight, and that's why you see me taking a little bit more time between each rep, just to maximise my tightness, and really working on that control. And then again, just finish off nailing some upper back. So I had bent over rows, 5 sets of 10, and then I had 5 sets of 10 in single arm rows. Then I'd done some side lateral raises, then I'd done some face pulls, done some biceps, and then I finished off with some core. Again, my core work is coming on really well. It's progressing really nicely, and definitely noticing that my core is a lot stronger on my, especially and mainly my squats and my deadlifts. I'm feeling a lot kind of more stable throughout the range of motion. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Next video will be up this weekend, so look forward to that, and I hope you have a great week. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to all of you guys next time.